What is going on, guys? This is your boy, the MC10 1 V side, Tan Tiger 01, Deep and Gold Dragon. Make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, follow me on Twitter, Tan Tiger 01, Twitch at MC10 follow me on Instagram as well, hit that bell notification button. Welcome to another video game topics video. And today I'm gonna give you guys an update. I am not buying Dead or Alive 6. I am not buying Dead or Alive 6. And this is the video where I explain why. Okay. Now, let's be honest. Information is out there everywhere, okay? If you want to know about a game, all you have to do is look at some Let's Plays, or look at some playthroughs, or look at clips on YouTube, or read up on the internet. With a game like God of War, yeah, granted, it took me a while to buy it, but eventually I did buy it. I knew that it was a deviation from the original playstyle, but I believed enough in Sony Santa Monica Studios to deliver a good product, and thus I bought it. And I was not disappointed at all. I was not disappointed at all. Like, overall, there are minute things here and there, but in a general perspective, I was not disappointed. No. The minute things specific to me and my condition, but like an overall gamer, normal gamer, no. That's why I give it a 10 out of 10. Okay. When it comes to Tekken, okay, I was already convinced that Tekken will deliver. So I believe I pre-ordered it online. Or whenever it came out, because this is 1.5 years ago. I ordered the game online. And yes, I was disappointed to a degree. I expected an 8, at least an 8.5 out of 10 game in my calculation. I got a 7 out of 10 game in my calculation. Because I told you in my review the game was incomplete. And this is something that I'm kind of pissed off. I'm kind of pissed off with fighting games about microtransactions. Yes, it's basically impulse buying, online impulse buying. If you have stimulus control of your impulse buying, if you can control impulse buying, and if you can separate all the other people, like in your group, like we bought Negan, Miguel with a bat. Where's your Negan? Like all that bullshit. You'll do just fine. But like sometimes I don't see it necessarily as a problem. Sometimes I see it's a way to let's say with Fallout 4. Fallout 4 was by no means a small game. It was by no means an incomplete game. The DLCs were expansions to it. Okay. But take, for example, let's say the first Dead or Alive 5. Yeah, this is hard to believe. There are updated. There are too many versions of Dead or Alive 5. I even lost count. Like 5 plus, 5 plus plus, or some bullshit. 5 U and 5 DR, LR, and all that bullshit. Yeah. In the end, it didn't matter. So there, listen. One guy made a good video. At times, you spend with the not necessarily Dead or Alive 5. No, wait. I think it is Dead or Alive 5. If you buy all the DLC, you will spend more money than an actual fucking console. Well, maybe wait. Sorry. Maybe an actual fucking desktop gaming computer. You'll spend over $1,000 just on DLC. So yeah, that's a grab of fighting game. But with Dead or Alive 6, okay, here's the thing. First of all, I never was a true fan of the rock, paper, scissors fighting format. Yet, I liked Dead or Alive 6 as a fighting game. It was easy enough, it was simple enough. But Dead or Alive 6, it did something that made the fighting system look overcomplicated. Okay, just look at the command list. Just look at the move list. The move list, it demands that you do some weird combinations with with the face buttons. No, with the attack buttons and the directional buttons. Compare this to a Tekken, and this is where I always come from. I compare it to Tekken. The move list in Tekken is much more simpler. Yeah, you have some moves to memorize with King and whatnot. At least they don't have you, press like, half circle up from down, then then half circle up from down, then like again half circle down from up, and then like press all these weird combinations. No, it doesn't have you do that. It does it doesn't require you to actually input commands to a significant level from both sides of the controller. Why is this important? Why is like these are minute things? Why is this important? This becomes important once you're playing in an arcade, or especially once you're playing at home with the shoulder buttons. Trust me, this becomes important because it makes it easier to play. It makes it easier to play, and now, listen, let's be honest. Tekken 7 is a very easy game to play. It is not an easy game to master, especially when you consider counters, when you consider power crushes, when you consider rage arts. It is not an easy game to master. But Dead or Alive 6 seems it's needlessly complicated. Okay, that's one. Number two, Dead or Alive 6 feels even more incomplete than Tekken 7. Even more. Tekken 7, yes. Compared to Tekken 6, Tekken 7 even removed the initial animations from Tekken 6, with the storylines of the non-Mishima family related people, which was even a further downgrade from Tekken 5, which had a narrator. Okay, but software limitations and whatnot, like you couldn't expect too much from a PS2 or a PSP, like in terms of delivering the Mishima saga. But at least from Tekken 5, you had some sort of an alternate storyline, for the Mishima saga and whatnot. Some parts of it was actually like kind of fun as like a pastime, like the Devil Within a playthrough. Kind of fun. That was all right, I guess. I'm not that much of a Jin player, but whatever. Okay. I mean, it was a definite upgrade from the Tekken Force mode. I'll give you that. Not too much of an upgrade, but a noticeable upgrade from Tekken Force and Tekken 4. Then and then volleyball and bowling aside. Okay. Tekken had all these. Okay, Tekken 7 had all these, and it had one more thing that I can't believe it. Tekken surpassed with this, Tekken surpassed DOA by such a distance. Okay, Dead or Alive. From my understanding, it has the fighting game, the arcade mode. I don't think it even has its lobby set up yet, and it doesn't have its lobby set up yet, and it removed tag battles. Very good. I'm being sarcastic. Tag battles in Dead or Alive 2. Tag battles in Dead or Alive 3. Tag battles in Dead or Alive 4. Tag battles in Dead or Alive 5 in all its iterations. And Dead or Alive 6, you remove it. How many years did it take you to make this game again? Like, dating back to the last game, the last major release, the last main release. DOA 5 Plus, DOA 5U, DOA 5 LR are all, let's be honest, updates. They're updated version. They're not main releases. The main release was Dead or Alive 5. I remember buying it. And I remember reviewing it. Compared to, in fact, it came out around, very close to Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Okay? Okay. 6.5 years. I believe it came around September 2012. 6.5 years. And you made an incomplete game. I'm not absolving Tekken of this as well either. 5 years. You still made an like close to 5 years. 2012 to 2017, like give or take a few months. 5 years, you still made an incomplete game. But Dead or Alive 6 is more incomplete than Tekken 7 in its basic form. So no, I am not spending $60 on it. No. No, 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 no. Okay. Next reason. The season pass. You know how much, if I'm not mistaken, I just checked it. The season pass 2 that gives you that annoying Negan, that gives you Julia Chang, that gives you Craig Marduk, that gives you Armor King, that gives you Anna Williams. Okay, and believe that gives you Lei Wulong as well. Plus, stage, like, no, wait, the stages are free, but 6 characters. Guess how much? $30. $30. Plus, you get all the customizable bullshit, like whatnot. I am not into customization. No. Like not into heavy customization. Just slide things here and there. Like, but heavy customization, no. I don't care. I don't care. I don't buy a fighting game to customize players. I buy a fighting game because I enjoy it. There's something about it. I enjoy. Okay. Dead or Alive 6. Season 1 pass. And apparently what's listed, you can verify this if I'm mistaken, but and please correct me in the comment section below, but apparently what's listed is a bunch of costumes and 2 characters. Only 2. Okay? And the people who are announced so far, Mai Shiranui, who we got in Dead or Alive 5, the Dead or Alive 5 last round, Neo Tengu, who we also got in Dead or Alive 5 last round, and Phase 4, who we also got in Dead or Alive 5 last round. And there's a 4th character announced as well. Out of these 4 announced so far, only Mai Shiranui and another character will be in Season Pass 1, $92.99. Dead or Alive didn't. Tecmo Koei did not even get the microtransaction right. Tekken beat them even in the microtransaction area. Okay? And finally, why I will not be buying Dead or Alive 6. How is it? How is it for the first 5 games, Dead or Alive told a better story than Tekken? Than Tekken did in its 6 games. How is it? Dead or Alive told a better story than Tekken in 6 games, and then Tekken 7 comes along and smashes everything that Tekken has done so far in terms of story quality and absolutely blows it out the water. Dead or Alive 5 presents you with a story that is no, Dead or Alive 6 presents you with a story worse than Dead or Alive 5. Absolutely worse than Dead or Alive 5. Okay? Okay. Who's your protagonist of Dead or Alive 6? Who's your protagonist? Who keeps showing up in all the posters? Kasumi. Okay, I had a look at the storyline. She shows up maybe 3 or 4 times in the entire storyline. Marie Rose, who was a DLC in Dead or Alive 5 last round, extra character DLC Dead or Alive 5 last round. Honoka, extra character Dead or Alive 5 last round. These two get more screen and story time than Kasumi, Hayate, Ayane, or Hayabusa. Hayabusa was treated. He barely gets any story time, like significant story time at all. Okay, the wrestler Bass gets more story time. Okay, if I'm not, maybe I'm mistaken, but maybe Neo Tengu, who is not a playable character yet, at least that's what I understand. Perhaps even she gets more story time, in annoying ways. Okay, and just to emphasize this point a bit more, emphasize this point a bit more. What was the last two? What was the last two dialogues of the Dead or Alive 5 storyline? Can you remember what was the last two? Helena says something, then Kasumi says something. Do you remember what they were? Helena says Victor Donovan, and Kasumi says I will fight on and I will defeat you. Well, that's the very crude English translation, which is it's not. I wouldn't call it that accurate. She says she's actually, if you translate it to Hindi or Bengali, it actually makes it it actually will carry the meaning over even a bit more smoothly. But yeah, in Dead or Alive 6, there is no attempt whatsoever of the Mugen Tenshin or whatnot going after Victor Donovan. So all that shit for nothing. All that the Dead or Alive 5, I will fight on, I will defeat you, and this and that, blah 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 blah. Yeah, all that shit for nothing. In fact, what do we get? We get a bastard child of Raidu, a new bastard child of Raidu. We get Cyber Raidu, and we get Raidu coming back and then dying again. Or being defeated again, where he doesn't die, he just disappears. Or something along those lines. Apparently Honoka or Marie Rose, I think Honoka is a child of Raidu, and Nico wants to bring her father back to life. This is so bad. It is so horribly written, because they shifted the focus to two bumbling blonde idiots. Okay, Honoka and Marie Rose, and turned this into into the bumbling misadventures of Honoka and Marie Rose. That is your DOA 6 storyline. The the bumbling misadventures of Honoka and Marie Rose, featuring a day in the life of the Mugen Tenshin people. Or no, featuring. No wait, have you seen the Dave Chappelle A Moment in the Life of Lil Jon? That's what the Mugen Tenshin story was. Mo- a few moments in the lives of the Mugen Tenshin uh, uh, significant people or influential people. Mugen Tenshin and Hajimon, yeah. Look, even the like, you know what? Fuck it. The spoilers are out there. Yeah, whatever. Spoiler alert. Even Phase 4 shows at least one version of Phase 4 shows up in the storyline. Does she even say a single word? No. No. Yet, this is one thing Dead or Alive 5 did right, that in the very end, after the credits, you saw Phase 4 like, basically killing someone and then like shedding a tear before disappearing. Did they build on that? No! This is about two blonde bimbos, Murray Rose and Honoka and Nico, who nobody gives a fuck about. Compare this to Tekken. They finally ended the Kazuya Heihachi rivalry in an epic fashion, whilst writing Akuma in the script in such a way that you can't exactly say the involvement of Akuma is not canon. You can't exactly say that, because he shows up in the main story like 3 or 4 times, and he shows up in a meaningful way with purpose 3 or 4 times. In again Dead or Alive 5, Sarah Bryant had no function, had no purpose. Akira had no purpose. Pai-chan had no purpose. Well, I don't think she was in the main storyline anyways. But yeah. So these are the three main reasons. I, Tekken has now surpassed Dead or Alive in everything. The interactive stages, wall stages, I don't care. I don't care. What I am bothered with, okay, is like, playability, presentation, and story. Like mostly. And a few other things here and there, like, just to like icing on the cake. But in its core values, Tekken has Tekken 7 came out in 2017, has surpassed Dead or Alive in everything that is significant. Dead or Alive 6 that came out in 2019. This is why I will not be buying Dead or Alive 6. I am not wasting my money. Let me know what you guys think about Dead or Alive 6 in the comment section below. As always, hit that like and subscribe button. It's your boy, the Instant Month, and we said the Bengal Dragon signing out.